halfway through this edition of Mobile World Congress with our tens of thousands of steps underway and a lot of tapas and Spanish wines in us. Given our focus on private wireless, I'm always interested in the themes that come out of this conference related to that. And this one has been a very stark one, honestly. There seems to be a very clear divide developing between the winners and maybe people who are not seeing so much traction. On one side, I think we've been very jazzed about the momentum that the market's picking up and the number of customers who are starting to adopt this. But we are clearly seeing that there is a different set of vendors out there that is not seeing it. And so as we are talking to analysts and media and our other partners, we're consistently hearing this divide of emotion. And so that has been a strong theme for us. And the second related theme to that, honestly, has been, I think from a CSP's perspective, it feels like something similar is happening. I think the CSPs who chose a very enterprise IT-friendly approach are seeing similar traction as we are and are actually doubling down on this. On the other side, other CSPs who really took a very telco-centric approach are really starting to look for other ways of monetization because they haven't seen the traction. And that's where we are hearing things around APIs and monetization and all of that, very different than private networks. The third key theme I think is related to all of this is, I think in the area of private wireless, there is an increased emphasis not just on individual technology components, but really finishing a whole solution. And really people have been in the discussions talking about how do we integrate private networks solutions with things like best-of-breed security. And our integration with Palo Alto that we demonstrated in their booth is a great example of that. But it extends to other enterprise things like how are they thinking of their cloud strategy? How are they thinking of their edge strategy? And that's where we have shown how we integrate with AWS, Supermicro, and all of those conversations feel very relevant to a market that's really maturing now. Similarly, in a more private set of conversations, we have been having repeated conversations to really think through what is the SI model around this? How do we actually deliver these services at scale with agility in conjunction to deliver business outcomes? And our partnership with NTT Data is a great example. I think they have done some great examples in their booth to show what they're doing for some really large enterprise customers. And that's a consistent theme as well. Also to say, how do you layer on actual applications and use cases to really deliver business outcomes? And so really thinking through whole solutions and whole products as opposed to just technology has become the big theme for us here. And I think it's a sign of maturation of this private 5G market.